I've got a question for you. How many of you are familiar with The Last Ronin? Are you aware they're making a video game off of it? I was not. Now, I heard rumors of it. For those of you who are not familiar, The Last Ronin is a Ninja Turtles comic book without all the turtles. There's one surviving turtle. That's what it's about. It's kind of reminds me of Old Man Logan. It feels wrong comparing The Last Ronin to Old Man Logan, but I'm just trying to give you a good starting point to understand where this is coming from. Well, apparently they're making a video game series off of it, and or at least one video game. And I'm not entirely sure who it's from, but apparently one of the co-creators of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has seen the game and is really liking it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles co-creator says Last Ronin game is Goosebump City. The Last Ronin might still be far off, but it's already got a seal of approval from TMNT's co-creator Kevin Eastman. This is from a terrible, terrible website, in my opinion. I will leave the article if you choose to look at it. You do you. Kevin Eastman, the co-creator of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Kevin Eastman, the co-creator of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, has shared some thoughts on what he's seen in The Last Ronin's AAA game adaptation, calling it phenomenal and Goosebump City. Most Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans might currently have their pizza-obsessed brains laser focused on Mutant Mayhem and Dimension Shell Shock DLC for Shredder's Revenge, but it might be time to start getting excited about the future. Earlier this year, it was revealed that a AAA gaming adaptation of the Last Ronin comic series, which tells the tragic story of one last Ninja Turtle going up against the Foot Clan alone after the death of his brothers, was in early development, aiming to emulate action RPGs like God of War. That kind of scares me. The whole God of War aspect of this kind of scares me. Is it talking about God of War from the early PS2 days, PS3? Or are we talking about, most recent God of War? There's nothing wrong with the most recent God of War games. The first one was absolutely fantastic. However, it is very much more cinematic focused than gameplay focused. And I'll be honest, when it comes to video games, I want to play video games. I love stories, don't get me wrong. But when you're playing a movie, that's just something else altogether, which is a big reason why I did not like The Last of Us. And that might be a hot take, but I love movies. I love games. There's only a handful of times I will be okay with them coming together like that. Since that reveal, nothing more has been said about the game, likely because it's so early in development. While we're not likely to see anything official from the project just yet, we have got some early impressions thanks to TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman, who recently spoke out about the game in an interview with comicbook.com. While talking to the site, Eastman went into detail about how the game came to be, revealing that Nickelodeon didn't want to do full mainstream adaptation and instead decided to turn the comic series into a video game where it could go all the way with the Ronin-verse, okay, which seems to suggest it's setting up more projects for the future. That would also be a very more mature take on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I don't know how many of you were aware of this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, when it first came out, was not a very safe, children's safe family brand. But they changed all that for the cartoons and the movies and everything like that. At least that's the way I remember it. I could be wrong, so double check me on that. But if this is true and I am right, then they're pretty much going back to the way Ninja Turtles was when it first came out. But we'll see. Eastman said, Nickelodeon has always been a great partner and great friend to all the things in letting us do what we do. They really didn't want to take the Last Ronin concept into full-on mainstream, like a big live-action movie. Something to compete with Mutant Mayhem, which would easily demolish it. They collectively came up with the idea of video game because we could go all the way there. They could basically take it all the way into all the things Roninverse. Eastman said that the teams working on it, who have yet to be revealed, has took the stuff right out the pages of the comic book, and that the end result is both phenomenal and Goosebump City. I like it. I gotta be very careful here. I don't get excited for video games because most of them come out as buggy trash to begin with, and you have to wait a year before they're even playable. It is noted that this, The Last Ronin is very much the creator's baby. So he, of course, is going to hype up the video game and everything like that. I'll leave a link to the article down below. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for more mature Ninja Turtles? At least that's what I took from it. I think it might be more mature. Do you? I don't know. It depends on how far Nickelodeon is willing to let it go. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.